So we're almost set now. This is the running of race number 1. Yahayati coming along. Race number 1 of the night, the Obastakia. Gates are back and they're off and racing. Grey Flash bounced away okay. Laser Show's going to be heeled up there. Commanding trying to hold a spot. Dubai Love broke away nicely and Emblem Storm's going to be relatively forward. Out wide on the track, Tuz is trying to come across. They were followed next of all by Spirit of Light. Sadid went through on the inside of Grey Flash, who just dropped back a shade there. Then came Liam's Legend. Emirates Currency has drifted well back towards the tail of the field as they work up the side. In fact, it's Liam's Legend going back to the rear. Emirates Currency around the outside. Squeezed up was El Modiar. Next of all, Zabardust. El Mukhtar start down on the inside of Sanad Libya. Then came Yahayati giving them a big start along with Dark of Night, and a length and a half then to Liam's Legend at the rear. 25.02 is the lead as they run down the back. Behind Laser Show, leading by a length over Commanding over on the inside. Emblem Storm's very handy in the breeze. Tuz is next of all. Down on the inside is Dubai Love, followed then by Spirit of Light just trying to work off the fence. Grey Flash is outside of it from Sanad Libya, then Zabadas still travelling. Next of all over on the inside is Emirates Currency. Around the outside, Liam's Legend, followed by Yahayati. Then Al Mukhtar Star. Well back is Dark of Night, followed by El Modiar, and Sadida's called it the day as they come down towards the top of the straight. The leader as they turn in is Laser Show. Up on the outside, Emblem Storm. They were followed by Commanding. Next of all, Tuz running a big race up on the outside. Then Dubai Love as they turn in, followed by Spirit of Light as they swing for home, and the rest headed by Grey Flash. Into the straight they come, and Emblem Storm is the front runner, joined on the outside by Tuz. 3 lengths away to Dubai Love down the outside, then Commanding fighting on strongly, but Emblem Storm has kicked up a gear here. It gets the better of Tuz seemingly. Dubai Love is down the outside. Emblem Storm the leader in the Elbastic here. Tuz won't go away on the outside, but Emblem Storm's too tough at the end of the 1900. Emblem Storm wins it from Tuz. Third across the line is Dubai Love. They were followed by Commanding. Next to come in is Spirit of Light. They were followed on the inside by Laser Show. Then Sanad Libya, Grey Flash. Well back in the run was Zabardast. Followed across by Liam's Legend, then Dark of Night. Yahayati was well back with El Mukhtar Star, followed by Emirates Currency, Sadid and El Modiar. So the win will go the way of Emblem Storm for Oisin Murphy and Satish Seema. We're almost set. Leading Spirit Alfredo Acano go up, and they're all set for the Mahab El Shamal. So Shane Ryan with the button sends them away. Good speed from Lake Volta in the middle, and Kirk's going to put it on for the front. Up on the outside is Lava Spin. Kicking through is 9 below 0, and Beauchart goes forward here. Next of all is Fight On. Drifting back on the inside as El Karama whips around the utter. Next of all there is Wafi, and going up deeper, Leading Spirit. Then came Switzerland slicing between them. Radani out wide. Ibn Malik must be 5 or 6 deep. Cenotaph went back with Alfredo Acano. Down the side and from the inside, 9 below 0's held the front in 23.89. It's 9 below 0 over Lake Volta up on the outside. Beauchart travels into it strongly, and out deeper then is El Karama, followed by Kirk just off them. Next of all is Leading Spirit as they turn from Lava Spin, Switzerland, Ibn Malik and Fight On, and the rest are headed then by Radani, but into the stretch, and Beauchart is the leader, tackled by El Karama. Up on the outside, Leading Spirit begins to come home strongly, and Leading Spirit now strikes the front at the 250. Leading Spirit by 3 parts of a length over El Karama. Beauchart the inside. Wafi begins to fly home with Fight On. It's Leading Spirit in front, but getting tired. Here's Wafi. Wafi comes hard and fast on the outside, and Wafi is going to blow them away. Wafi wins from Leading Spirit. Third in Fight On. A terrific run. Close up behind them on the inside is El Karama, followed by Ibn Malik. Radani finished well. Next in was Lava Spin, Beauchart, Switzerland, Alfredo Acano, Cenotaph. Next in then was 9 below 0, Kirk, and well back was Lake Volta. Well, he was impressive at Jebel Ali, and he's put the cherry on the top here in this. He's absolutely flown down the outside. Wafi. Thaman coming along, so we might be almost set. Looks like they're ready to go. The Net El Sheba Turf Sprints. One more Mazzini to go in. Now we might be ready. Full field at the 1200 metres. They're set. Racing in the sprint, Drum Moore seemed to get away very nicely. Over on the inside, Torresay with speed along with Wildman Jack. Layeth just drops in behind them with Samoom. Space Blues takes a drop and goes over towards the fence. Out in the middle of the track is Yarleo with the red cap. Alongside of it is Rusamat. They were followed by Ekdiyar, who's right in the firing line. Angel Alexander on the stand side is the leader in that division. Going forward to was Thaman. Was him just off them. Next of all there, as they settle down, was a major partnership. Mazzini's going to be a long way back as they travel through the first 400 metres of the race. And out the back door then was next of all Rusamat. They come down to the course proper, 450 metres to go. And it's Wildman Jack narrowly with a Drum Moore on the outside. They were followed by Ekdiyar out in the middle. Space Blues is under pressure, needs to pick up Angel Alexander. And Thaman from the back of the pack begins to run on. But Wildman Jack for the USA is clear. Skipped away from Drum Moore. Ekdiyar is down the outside, but Wildman Jack's going to give them a galloping lesson. It is Wildman Jack who absolutely dominates the Nedal Sheba Turf Sprint. Wildman Jack wins by 4.5. Second, Ekdiyar Layeth steamed through, gets third, just ahead of close-up Yarlael. They were followed by Drum Moore, Angel Alexander. Then came Thaman. Space Blues didn't come on at all. Followed across by Land of Legends. Then came well back was Samoom. They were followed across by Tribal Quest. Then came Rusamat. Out the back was him, along with Major Partnership. Then came Torresay, and pulling up very quickly at the rear was Land of Legends with Mazzini. That has been dominant, hasn't it? The time will be super interesting here. Wildman Jack. Now Team Decision comes along, Prodigal Son to take up its spot on the outside, and we'll be right to go. Stunning afternoon in Dubai for Super Saturday, and we're down to race number 4, all set. Ready now. A little bit of movement towards the inside, might be Secret Ambition. Gate start in there with Tygo Shea. Now they're right. Blitzkrieg was slowly into stride. Heavy Metal flew away. It's going to go straight to the lead here, although Ambassadorial tries to hold it in the initial stages. Kimber goes up on the outside from Secret Ambition. Next of all is Salute the Soldier as they settle down. Blitzkrieg improves in the yellow. They were followed then by Tarmol. Team Decision, all out blitzes out a little bit wider than Mokara. A gap away to Prodigal Son. And back at the tail is Axelrod as they make their way down the back straight. And the front runner here, Heavy Metal, but Ambassador has been able to hold the inside advantage and kicks through. Kimber stalks them up on the outside, 3 wide, followed by Salute the Soldier in a good spot for its first run on the dirt. Next of all there is Blitzkrieg. They were followed by All Out Blitz around the outside of next of all Secret Ambition, who's under a bit of pressure. Then came Team Decision. Mokara ran into a traffic jam. Well back in the run then was Tarmol, Prodigal Son and Axelrod. 24.18 was the lead section on Kimber. Stylishly moves up on the outside of Ambassadorial. Next of all is Heavy Metal calling it a night. Then came Salute the Soldier, All Out Blitz. Over on the inside is Blitzkrieg, Mokara, and still sticking on okay. Secret Ambition has been under pressure a long way from home. It is Kimber, the leader, about to be joined by Salute the Soldier out in the middle. Salute the Soldier went by Kimber. Down the outside, Secret Ambition, Ambassadorial. Axelrod getting up on the inside, then Mokara, but Salute the Soldier dashes away. Secret Ambition and Kimber have a good battle for the Miners, and also Axelrod running on very quickly, but a brilliant run by Salute the Soldier. Salute the Soldier takes to the dirt and wins by 4. Second, Axelrod, a big performance. Then Secret Ambition. They were followed up by Mokara, Kimber, All Out Blitz down the outside. Then Ambassadorial, Team Decision. Prodigal Son didn't get into the hunt, followed by Tarmol. Then came Blitzkrieg and Heavy Metal back at the rear. Salute the Soldier. Brilliant performance to win here. As I mentioned in the call, if you could have scripted a spot to be in it your first time on the dirt, that's exactly where you'd want to put him. Either in front or out wide, out of kickback. Lovely ride by Adria de Vries, and this has absolutely jogged up Salute the Soldier. Barney Roy, the odds-on international favourite. Freescape now to come forward, and we'll be right to go. 1,800 metres, the first Group 1 of the night. All set now. Gates go back, they're off and racing. Wait Forever began well, and Ajwad speared out of the gates very quickly. Moktareb is up on the outside and driving forward now. Spotify from the rails draw. Just off them, Dream Castle as they settle down surrounding. The mare is out a little bit wider. Next of all is Royal Meeting, improving along the inside, is being followed then by Magic Lily. Next of all is Massar. Down on the inside, Elsa Hem. Getting back was Barney Roy in between horses. Then Ectoran and Freescape went all the way back to the rear from the wide barrier draw. 25-13 was the lead. And it's off the leash here, Adjwad. Adjwad is out by 3.5 lengths. Over Spotify in second. Royal Meeting improves along the fence, gets to third from Moktarab. Wait Forever is down on the inside. Next is Surrounding. They were followed by Magic Lily and Dream Castle. Then came Elsa Hammer. Barney Roy outside of it. Ectoran on a 3-wide trip, followed by Freescape and Massar. Down before the bend they come in the Jebel Hatter, and Adjwad shows the way. Quickly off its back now is Spotify. Didn't want to get in its way if it comes back quickly. So Spotify's on the improve around the outside of Adjwad. Next of all is Royal Meeting, also trying to get off the fence. Outside of it is Moktareb. Then Wait Forever and Surrounding. Next of all then as they turn in is Dream Castle. Barney Roy about to peel to the outside. Magic Lily's going to go back to the fence, but Spotify pounced on the front as they turn in over Adjwad. Barney Roy is down the outside. Running on between them, Magic Lily joins in quickly. The leader is Spotify, but here's Barney Roy. Barney Roy sweeping home with Magic Lily between them. Barney Roy goes up on the outside of Spotify. Finishing hard is the mare Magic Lily, but Barney Roy's just too good for them. Barney Roy races away and takes the Jebel Hatter. Wins by 2. Magic Lily a terrific second. Third Spotify. Fourth to come in is Dream Castle, followed by Freescape running on from the back. Then came Surrounding. Out wider was Ectoran, followed by Moktarab. Then came well back in the field was Massar, followed by Royal Meeting. Well back in the run then was Adjwad. We'd lost one of the riders there, and back at the tail was Elsa Hem. The runners coming in well here. Second of our Group 1s, Roman Rosso coming along for Tiger O'Shea. And not too far off the start. New trails to come in and we'll be right to go. 2,000 metres the journey. Mark of approval getting a bit awkward in gate 5. Gates go back and mark of approval was a little bit awkward out, so too was Quip. New trail shows speed, and Matterhorn in search of the front as well, and driving up there Desert Fire. Just off the Military Law over on the fence. Quip improved. Roman Rosso outside of it. Then Sultara and Dubai. And mark of approval was back at the rear. So Matterhorn lands on the front and shows the way as they leave the straight. Over Desert Fire in second position. Next of all is New Trails, kept out 3 wide. With Simeon not really wanting to go to the fence with Desert Fire, but he might have to be forced to now. Next of all is Quip around the outside. Roman Rosso on a very wide trip. A gap of 3 lengths to Military Law. Mark of approval. And Sultara and Dubai has gone back to the rear. Into the back behind a lead of 25-32. The leader Matterhorn shows the way by just on a length over Desert Fire on its back. Up on the outside is New Trails. Quip is out 3 and 4 wide, and Roman Rosso surging around the outside. A gap away to mark of approval. Then came Military Law, who spots them a big lead, and Sultara and Dubai was at the rear. About to work off the back, 1,000 metres to go in the El Maktoum Challenge round 3. Matterhorn does it well, led by a length. Over Roman Rosso around the outside. Desert Fire still plugging away off the bit, followed by New Trails. Then came Quip behind the mark of approval. Military Law trying to pick up some ground, but spots them a big lead. And back at the tail is Sultara and Dubai, but on the bend, and Matterhorn seemingly jogging. It's Matterhorn as they come to the 550, and it's out by 5 lengths now over Roman Rosso. Then came New Trails. They were followed by mark of approval. Quip. Military Law is down the outside, but Matterhorn off and gone as they turn in. 320 metres to go. Matterhorn's out by 6 lengths, but here's Military Law beginning to charge home now. Mark of approval coming with it was Sultara and Dubai, but it's Matterhorn off the leash inside the final 100 metres. It's getting a little bit weary, but it won't matter. Military Law is closing in the late stages with mark of approval, but Matterhorn's going to win easily. Matterhorn wins by 5 lengths. Second, Military Law, followed by mark of approval. Then came Sultara and Dubai, Roman Rosso, then New Trails, and Quip. Coming in a long last back at the rear was Desert Fire. Stand by, but Matterhorn's done a Capizano from last year. Just landed on the bunny and they didn't see which way it went. Stunning performance. Loxley about to go in, and Pablo Escobar. Defoe, short price international favourite. Only the one international favourite winning tonight, Barney Roy. Almost set. Just about ready for a start. Gates go back and they're racing in the Dubai City of Gold. Good Trip out of the middle began well, so too did Defoe. It's going to kick up. A Good Trip's going to go to the lead over Defoe, and Pablo Escobar in the green and white goes forward. And now Joel Mood surges around the outside from Mountain Hunter. So Defoe's back into fourth position. Privilegiato down on the inside, then Learn by Heart. Desert Encounter whipping around the outside is Loxley. And back to the rear went First Nation as they work up the side of the track. And the front runner here is a Good Trip for Joanna Grabowska. Shows out by a half length over Joel Mood into second position. A couple of lengths away to Mountain Hunter. Then came Pablo Escobar in the green and white. Next of all is the grey Defoe racing one off the fence, covering out Privilegiato. Then came Loxley, Learn by Heart, and back at the tail is First Nation. 26.2 was the lead as they run their way down the back behind a Good Trip, showing out by 2 lengths now over Joel Mood in second, Mountain Hunter in third position. Then came Pablo Escobar. Defoe is in fifth. Next of all is Privilegiato down on the inside of Loxley. Desert Encounter. They were followed by Learn by Heart, and biding its time at the rear is First Nation, about a dozen lengths from the leader. They're about to come off the back straight now, and the front runner still Good Trip eases out by 2 1/4 lengths now over Joel Mood in second, Mountain Hunter in third position. Next of all Pablo Escobar. Then came Defoe, quietly ridden by the rider Andrea Asteni at the moment. Next of all is Privilegiato down on the inside, followed by Loxley. Then came Desert Encounter, Learn by Heart, and First Nation ridden for luck over on the inside. 800 metres to go as they turn down the side. Good Trips made pay from the outset, but not for much longer. Joel Mood goes around the outside to tackle it. They were followed by Mountain Hunter, Pablo Escobar. Then came Defoe, Privilegiato. Up on the outside is Loxley, followed by Desert Encounter, Learn by Heart, and First Nation over on the inside. But for home, and Joel Mood went to the lead as they swung in. Over Mountain Hunter down the outside. Swooping on them is Loxley, coming with a big run. Defoe a little flat-footed. Pablo Escobar trying hard. Then Privilegiato, Desert Encounter down the outside, but Loxley swept up on the outside, went to the front over Mountain Hunter. First Nation trying to get through, and now Defoe down the outside, joining in quickly. It's Loxley in front, Defoe coming hard on the outside. Loxley just in front of Defoe. It's Loxley, needs the line, gets it. It's Loxley by a head over Defoe. Close up is Mountain Hunter, Pablo Escobar, and First Nation. Then Joel Mood, Learn by Heart, followed by Desert Encounter, Privilegiato, and the early leader Good Trip. Didn't see the trip, ran in a long last.